My designs live at the intersection of feminine elegance and fearless expression. I'm inspired by softness and strength and silhouettes that flow with grace but make a statement. Through color, texture, and unexpected details, aim to celebrate confidence and individuality in every piece. My name is Lenora. I am from Niagara Falls, New York, and I've grown up always loving fashion. I just had been a very free spirit since I was born and very bold. My favorite thing when I was 3 years old apparently was I loved rain boots, and I would go around the house yelling, "Boots, boots, boots," and I'd wear these red rain boots, and I also loved mismatched socks. I love the creativity of designing your own patterns, and I think that a lot of that came from my love for mismatched socks. I was really fortunate actually because my school in high school, we had this program where we were able to pretty much do half the day at a vocational school, they call it, and the other half of the day at our high school. So they offered fashion design as a class, and I did this for the last 2 years of my high school. For half the day, I would go to this other class, this other school. You have that one teacher that really like inspires you, and she just, I don't know, she saw something in me and she just really pushed me, and I was just always encouraged by her. And I that through that like program, we actually had to do collections and have like a full 4 line, collection based on the theme that was for that year. So both years we did it actually. I got first place for both of the fashion shows, and I made this. My first collection was 60s themed, and I did a lot of cool colors and prints and a lot of bows. And then my senior year collection was old Hollywood glamour, and I made like 5 gowns, and it was so cool to bring that whole thing to life. And I actually also produced the whole fashion show. I made the theme, I decorated the theme, I like ran the whole thing, and being able to do all of that was really awesome. I go to school at Kent State University. I am in my 3rd year. I'm going into my senior year now after this semester is over, and I'm currently studying in International Fashion Academy in Paris. Obviously, I really love painting, and I actually had like my own brand when Air Force Ones, custom Air Force Ones was like a big trend. I started at the age of 14. I started selling them and painting them, and through my like hometown area, it was actually really popular, and I would get really good money from just painting like it because I'm from the Buffalo area. So I did a lot of Buffalo Bills sneakers and painting Josh Allen or the Bills logo. And I made a lot of good money from that. And it was a really good experience for customer service and having your own brand. Lace and the colors, a lot of the colors, the color story, I feel like I always tend to go towards lighter pastels, a lot of pinks, mauves, those type of colors. And I always, as you can see, I always come back to lace. I love lace, and I don't know, it just reminds me of like my grandmother and my childhood, and things like ballet or the Nutcracker and tea parties and those type of things. So that's all kind of a lot of my design inspiration is the very femininity of events or shows, and I like try to get a lot of my design inspiration from nature as well, and like the parks in Paris have been a great inspiration for me. Like Luxembourg Gardens, they're just so beautiful, and just the flowers. I love flowers, and as you can see, obviously with all the lace, like it just everything, the flowers and the way that a flower is like structured. So currently, as my time at International Fashion Academy, I'm working on this collection. It's called Nap is Finished. And the whole idea of this collection was taking the nostalgia of like my childhood, and I grew up going to my lake house and just being on the water and spending time with my family. So taking those aspects of like the simplicity, nostalgia, the Parisian influence I had was the capturing the sense of nostalgia, but also the delicate like romance and celebrating the tenderness and life's simple moments, because I noticed as soon as I came here that, people take the time and relax and just people watch, and they're not in a rush, and that's just so different than how it is at home. And I really love that because I'm such a, I feel like, hectic person and everything, and I'm always go, 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 and just being able to just take a second and literally like take a nap or I don't know, spend some quality time with someone. It's just I think like that's what makes life go round. So I'm currently still making. I made this bias cut silk dress, which was really cool to make here because the bias design, the bias cut, was created by a French designer. So I made this bias slip dress with lace detailing on all over the trim. I'm also making this lace overlay coat with a silk chiffon, big grand butterfly sleeve. And so that is also it's a challenge because it's in different textures and fabrications and combining them and then making this one full garment. It's just really, to me, it really shows, like, the nap is finished, and you're like it's almost like a robe and, like, your slip nightgown, and you're waking up from your nap, so as a student, obviously, it's I don't have that much of a great grasp on how the whole manufacturing side of everything works, and actually, through my time here, I've got to see a lot of the ateliers in Paris and their hands-on, sewing, and it's honestly mind-blowing because I can't even fathom how someone were to make a shoe without actually seeing an atelier for that, so, those are just definitely it's hard to find where specialized people for that, or how do you even go about getting the materials for it, or the exact construction methods to create a shoe or a purse, for example. So with clothes, it's the same way. You're only one person. How do you find people to create your own garments and make it? And hard to find people to translate your sketches and actually make the physical construction of it, because at the end of the day, you know your own design, you know your own thoughts, and you can be nitpicky about it. So finding those people and the right materials and manufacturers, that is something way out of my realm that I can't even. I had so much to think about that one person is too hard to do. I literally got a tattoo that says "create" that just to remind myself because sometimes your creativity you can get really stuck in it and get in your head, and I want to always make sure that I'm happy with what I'm doing and I am working at something that I am passionate about. I'll be designing for Express, doing their women's wear line, and I'm going to be doing knitwear specifically. So that will be a very interesting take on doing just knitwear, not woven, because most things you wear are woven. And I'm really excited to learn about the knitwear and all the technology that goes into actual fashion design making for a corporate level. And in 10 years, I hope to be living in some big city and working for a brand or working for my own brand and designing and just having fun with it.